Hey everybody. It's Hedwig here. Not too many special messages for today's video, except for the fact that the music may not match the mood. Anyways, let's just get on with it. Gilda was tapping her foot impatiently in the waiting room. She was sitting on a blue plastic chair, staring at a white door. Behind that door would be the doctor, evaluating the results of Hinata's tests. Dr. Button, a sharp-witted man, came walking out of the room. He was examining the test results, underlining important information with his red Monami pen. Miss Gilda? Yes. Follow me. Gilda nervously followed Dr. Button to another room. She took a seat in a comfortable chair, facing the doctor. I'll get straight to the point. The test results lean towards a 93.79% chance that Hinata Shoyo may have PTSD. Gilda nodded, half expecting this result. It's necessary to treat him as fast as we can. Our plan is to spend around 16 weeks practicing sit and PE. Depending on how our sessions go, I may or may not prescribe him with SSRIs. SIT stands for Stress Inoculation Training. What's going to happen is we're going to teach coping skills to deal with anxiety. Our main goal with this would be to teach Mr. Hinata to react differently to his symptoms. Gilda nodded. It sounded like appropriate treatment for Hinata's situation. PE stands prolonged exposure. We're going to let the patient approach his trauma. How this would work is we'd let the patient recount details of his traumatic event, and other solutions to help him confront his trauma. Wouldn't that be not so effective? I want him to recover from his trauma, not make it worse. Running away would just extend the period of his suffering. Although the process may sting, the result is worth bearing the pain. Button clicked his pen and started to talk agent. Lastly, SSRIs are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. If he's too stressed and having a difficult time coping with his feelings, he'd take some. In more understandable language, it's antidepressants. It'd be great to start our sessions this week. The cost would be $4,000. Oh, okay, thank you. Gilda dragged herself outdoors. Of course, she should have thought this through. The therapy would cost a certain amount. Gilda sighed and dashed to the nearest ATM, counting the money she saved since she came to the human world. A measly $1,000 were saved in her account. I guess that makes things a tad better. Gilda? Hinata? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just left you there. It's fine, what are you doing out here anyways? Well. Gilda contemplated whether or not to tell Hinata about the expensive cost. He deserved to know. The therapy costs around $4,000. We have to get it paid by next week. $4,000. Well, I have $1,000 saved here, so we just need to get $3,000. ... Let's just work part-time jobs. Do I really have to have therapy? Huh? If it's going to cost this much, it's not even a 100% chance that I'd recover. I'm fine. I'll just live on, like I always did. Hinata, no. You need this therapy. Gilda, but we're just students. It's too expensive. I'll take it when I settle in as an adult, alright? Hinata, you need to take it before it's too late. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking you're being selfish, huh? Having this expensive therapy session just to cure your own small problems. I then think you're not doing this for yourself. You're going to hurt the people around if you keep going on like this. You were super cold when we first met, remember? Do you really want to hurt your acquaintances' feelings? ... Exactly. Come on, let's get back. Hinata closely followed Gilda outdoors and back to his house. Whenever he thought back of what Gilda said, he got chills. How was she so accurate when it came to his feelings? Psychology students are terrifying. The next day. Oi. What is it, Tsuki? Isn't it weird? Huh? Nishinoya, Tanaka, and Suga-san are all growing mushrooms in the corner. Oh? What's wrong with them? I don't know. With a grim expression, Suga slowly approached Hinata. Hinata's phone rumbled in his pocket. Sorry Suga-san, just gotta take this call. Oh, okay, haha. Hinata pranced outdoors and Suga started biting his nails until the tips broke off. Sus. Fucking sus. Let's eavesdrop on Hinata. What? Wait. Tsuki. Before Yamaguchi could finish, Tsuki was already on his way to the entrance, hiding behind the fences. Hello? Tsuki heard inaudible murmuring coming from the phone. Oh? Really? ... He really doesn't need to help. Tsuki moved slightly closer until he could hear the caller's voice. A girl. Hinata? Talking to a girl? Hinata, come on, if we want to earn money quickly, we need the most help we can get. Alright, thanks. Don't worry about it, your mental health is a priority, right? Yeah. Mental health? Now that I think of it, why isn't the shrimp bouncing around? He looks so serene. Hinata sighed and sprawled out onto the bench. He pulled out his cell phone and swiped through a part-time job app. Fucking therapy. Tsuki gasped. Hinata swore? What did he mean by therapy? Hinata requested for different types of jobs, occupying his entire week. He'd have to miss out on volleyball practice to do this, which was a tragedy. But Gilda seemed so eager to cure him, he couldn't dare reject her kindness. Hinata stood up, walking towards Tsuki's hiding place. Shit. He's going to discover me. Tsukishima silently crawled over to the adjacent wall and took cover. The next day, Hinata jotted the name Marissa onto the crinkled brown cup holder and slid the frap over the counter. Number 22 Marissa, your drink is here. Thank you. Can I have your number? My number? Haha, I think you're cute, wanna go out sometime? No. TCH. Fine then, but here's my number just in case. Marissa handed Hinata a tissue with the smeared stains of a permanent marker. She winked at the baffled Tangerine and left. What a shameless woman. Hinata rubbed his eyes. He was working 24/7, struggling to keep up with his sleep. He had dark eye bags every day, his posture drooping more and more as time passed. The next day, Hinata was huffing and puffing as he biked up the hill. His legs had no strength at all, and muscle strains were attacking him every second. Whoa, what's wrong with him? Hinata had an intimidating gloomy aura. He didn't have the strength to keep up his bouncy Tangerine persona. The substitute teacher turned to Hinata, pointing at a complicated math equation on the board. How about Hinata presents his answer with us? Substitute sensei, I don't understand the question. Of course, this was all a lie. Hinata didn't want to waste his energy on useless things like this. Hinata. With that attitude, of course you do not understand. You must focus. Eri began to lecture Hinata on the importance of focusing as he slowly drifted to sleep. Hinata. Hinata sprung up, startled by the loud noise. Stay after school. No. What did you say? I have things to do after school. I can't cancel it. ... Well, what is this thing? It better be a valid excuse. I have work. Work? A part-time job. Oh? Then why don't you tell your manager to cancel your shift? No. Cancel it now if you want decent grades on your report card. Not the F you always had. ... Seriously, part-time jobs aren't even that important. It's not like you need $100,000 by the end of the week. How about 3,000? Does 3,000 count? Hinata stood up and slowly walked out of the room. You, Ano-sensei will hear about this. A few hours later. On Facebook, there were several videos named When the Nice Kid Snaps and the Substitute Deserved It. Of course, the members of the volleyball club were extremely shocked. Their Tangerine acting so ignorant and solemn gave them so many questions. In the meantime, Hinata clutched his credit card and met up with Gilda in front of the sleek hospital. Their total was exactly 4,000, just enough for the payment. As soon as they walked in, a kind nurse greeted them, leading them to Dr. Botton's room. Dr. Welcome Mr. Hinata, let's start our first session.